My name is Sarah, and I had an affair with my husband's brother. I destroyed his family, shattered his marriage, and created a crisis of paternity that will haunt everyone forever. This is my confession about the ultimate family betrayal, the affair that should never have happened and cannot be undone. I am 34 years old, married 8 years to Michael. We have a good marriage by most measures. He is a good provider, a present father to our 2 children, a kind and patient man. I have no real complaints about my marriage except one devastating truth. I fell in love with someone else. His brother. James moved in with us 2 years ago after losing his job and going through a rough divorce. He needed a place to land, and Michael invited him without hesitation. This is what brothers do, Michael said. We help each other when things are hard. I had always liked James. He was different from Michael. More spontaneous, more adventurous, more alive.
Yeah, this is a very sensitive situation because now you have another person in your space, so it's very easy for things to get very messy if boundaries are not drawn.
Where Michael was steady and reliable, James was unpredictable and exciting. But he was my husband's brother, off limits, untouchable. At least that is what I told myself at first. James moved into our guest room downstairs. He was around constantly, eating meals with us, helping with the kids, trying to rebuild his life. And slowly, imperceptibly, I started seeing him differently. The first moment I remember really noticing him was in the kitchen on a Tuesday morning. We both reached for the same coffee cup at the same time. Our hands touched, and the electricity was undeniable.
What electricity? Yeah, this is where it starts. If you notice, nothing physical has happened yet, but this is how it usually starts. Situations like this can easily grow, and the best thing for you to do is just withdraw. You have to pay closer attention to not letting things escalate.
I pulled away quickly, embarrassed, telling myself it was nothing. But it was something. It was everything. After that moment, I became hyper-aware of him. The way he moved, the sound of his laugh, the way he looked at me when he thought I was not watching. I caught myself dressing nicer on days I knew he would be around, styling my hair, putting on makeup for someone other than my husband. I felt disgusted with myself. He was my husband's brother. He was living under our roof because Michael had shown him kindness and generosity. The betrayal I was fantasizing about was unconscionable, but I could not stop. James seemed to be experiencing the same thing. His glances started lasting longer. He found reasons to be near me. When I was cooking, he was suddenly in the kitchen. When I was watching TV, he would sit too close on the couch. When Michael was working his night shift as a nurse, James would linger in the kitchen late into the night, just talking. One evening, Michael left for his night shift around 9 p.m. By 11 p.m., James and I were alone in the kitchen with wine, having a conversation that had moved from surface level to deeply personal. I told him things I had never told Michael. My fears about motherhood, my feeling that I was becoming invisible, my sense that my life was passing me by without me ever really living it. James listened the way Michael no longer did. Like my words mattered. Like I mattered. "You are not invisible," he said quietly, his eyes holding mine across the kitchen table. "I see you every single day. Cannot stop seeing you." I should have gotten up and left. Should have ended the conversation. Should have kicked him out of my house and my life. Instead, I asked him to walk with me to the laundry room while I folded clothes. Practical excuse for us to be alone together. In the laundry room, surrounded by the domestic evidence of my marriage, James kissed me. It was gentle, questioning, asking permission I should never have given. But I gave it. Kissed him back. The first time we had sex was the next night. Michael was at work. The children were asleep. And James and I made love on the couch in the living room of the home I shared with my husband. It was intense, passionate, wrong in every conceivable way. And I wanted more. The affair continued in the spaces between Michael's work shifts. Quick encounters when the kids were at school. Stolen moments late at night after Michael fell asleep. Once, terrifyingly, in our bed while Michael was in the shower, I told myself it meant nothing, that it was just physical release from a marriage that had grown comfortable and distant. But I was lying. I was falling in love with James. Deeply, completely, impossibly in love. James said he loved me too. Said he wanted to leave, to figure out a way for us to be together. But how could we? If we ran away together, we would destroy Michael. We would shatter the family. We would hurt the children. We were trapped in a situation of our own making, unable to continue, unable to stop, unable to escape. Then I realized I was pregnant. First, I thought the father was Michael. We had sex occasionally, and the timing could have aligned. But as I calculated dates and moments, I realized the truth with sickening clarity. There was a strong possibility the baby was James's. I did not tell anyone. Not James, not Michael, not my doctor. I carried the secret inside me like a bomb waiting to detonate. Michael was thrilled when I told him I was pregnant. He talked about names, about dreams for this third child, about how blessed we were. I smiled and pretended, all while knowing that the child I was carrying might not be his. Comment below and tell me where you're watching from. Have you ever kept a secret that could destroy everything? Tell me how you lived with it. The affair with James continued through my pregnancy. The physical part ended. I could not justify that risk to the baby, but the emotional connection intensified. He would touch my pregnant belly, talk to the baby, make promises he could not keep. "We have to tell him," James said one night. His hand on my swollen stomach. "We cannot keep doing this. Michael deserves to know. The baby deserves to know who his father is." "I know," I said, but I could not do it. The thought of destroying everything terrified me more than continuing the lie. The confrontation came at a family dinner 6 months after the baby was born. Michael's parents were visiting, and we were all sitting around the table when James, drunk and desperate and unable to carry the secret anymore, blurted it out. "I have been having an affair with Sarah," he said, his voice cutting through the table like a knife, "for almost 2 years. And Michael, there is a possibility that your youngest is not your biological child." The silence that followed was deafening. Michael stood up so fast his chair fell backwards. His face went white, then red, then a shade I had never seen before. He looked at me with an expression I will never forget. Not anger, betrayal, devastation. The look of a man whose entire world had just collapsed. "I am so sorry," I said, but the words were useless, worthless, incapable of fixing what I had broken. Michael left the house that night and did not come back. Within a week, he filed for divorce. He demanded a DNA test to determine if the baby was his. The test came back inconclusive without James's DNA. But Michael wanted nothing to do with me or the possibility of a biological child with another man. James wanted to be with me now that everything was out in the open. But I could not look at him without remembering what we had done, what we had destroyed, how we had devastated an entire family for our selfishness. The divorce was brutal. Michael fought for full custody, citing my infidelity and instability. I lost primary custody of my 2 oldest children. James and I tried to build something from the ashes of destruction, but it was poisoned from the start, built on deception and betrayal and broken promises. We lasted 6 months before James admitted he did not actually love me. He had wanted me because he could not have me. Once he could have me, once I was available, the fantasy died. I was not special anymore. I was just a woman who had destroyed her life for him. I am 36 now, living in a small apartment, seeing my children every other weekend, paying child support to my ex-husband. James moved on to another woman within weeks of leaving me. My relationship with Michael's family is destroyed. His parents have disowned me. Michael is remarried to someone who will never betray him. My children are confused and hurt, asking why mommy and daddy do not live together anymore. The oldest child does not understand that I destroyed our family for an affair. She just knows that mommy is gone most of the time and daddy is sad. Was I a victim? Well, I made choices every single day to continue the affair. To hide it, To keep the secret about the pregnancy. To betray the kindness of a man who took his brother in when he needed help. This is my confession. I had an affair with my husband's brother. I became pregnant with his child. I lied about paternity and destroyed my entire family for selfish passion. If there is a lesson, it is this. Family loyalty is sacred. Brother-in-law affairs are not just betrayals of marriage. They are betrayals of family bonds that go back decades. When you betray family like this, you do not just destroy a marriage. You destroy the entire family structure. I destroyed my marriage. I destroyed Michael's trust in his brother. I destroyed my children's sense of stability and security. I destroyed my relationship with my extended family. All for months of passionate affair and the fantasy of a life with James that never actually existed. The price was catastrophic, and I am still paying it. This is what remains. This small apartment. These supervised visits with my children. This knowledge that I am the architect of my own destruction. And the brother-in-law who moved on like I never mattered at all. I destroyed my family for someone who did not even love me. And now I have to live with that truth for the rest of my life.